Hi everyone, welcome to Adventures with Raven and Rowley. I'm Raven and this is Rowley. A few years ago I started this channel, about 2.5 years ago. During that time I was living in a fifth wheel RV. I've lived in an RV Class A and motorhome, and then a fifth wheel for a total of 5 years. If you'd like to see the playlist, it's here. Okay, until a little over a month ago, I've lived almost a full year, full-time, in the Mojave Desert of Nevada in a self-converted 6x12 cargo trailer. The playlist for the cargo trailer conversion and me living in it and that kind of good stuff is here. So if you'd like to see that, please click that playlist, okay? Last week I talked about my last week in New Jersey and in New York City before moving to Switzerland. This week I'm going to talk about my first impression of Geneva, Switzerland, remembering that I've lived in the Mojave Desert on BLM land, and I recently moved to New Jersey, lived in New Jersey for a month, and now I'm in Switzerland, okay? If you're curious, please join us on this journey and continue to watch. I've been in Switzerland a couple of weeks now, but this video is from the first week I've been in Switzerland. We're in Geneva. It's an international city, much like New York is, in that everybody is living there. I think there are more diplomats here and their families than there are actual Swiss citizens. You know, it's interesting to hear French spoken with an Oriental or an African accent, you know. I guess they can say the same thing about us. French with an American accent. And consider, this is Swiss French, colloquial to Switzerland and not to France. Although I'm pretty sure they can understand each other. And although I can read a few words in French, well, a few more than a few words in French, I've got Google Translate. I found it more or less easy to understand and communicate with people. Easier than I thought it would be, you know? So I've only had to pull out my phone for Google Translate one time. And when I think about it, I knew what this woman was asking me. I just didn't know how to reply until later on when I thought about it, that I really did know how to reply. But it took a while to mesh the words, you know? It took time for the wheels to turn. Okay. We in America use a lot of words that have been adopted from the French, like menu, cafe, picnic, salad, soup, omelet, you know, restaurant, chef, you know. So it hasn't been that difficult. After all, everybody here understands the word okay. You know, there's a lot of miming that goes along too, you know, and Google Translate is popular with the shopkeepers. So there really hasn't been a problem. Although I'm not really a city person, I prefer the wide open spaces of the Mojave Desert, for instance. I find this a very pretty city. Unlike American cities, this place is spotless. I mean, clean. We were playing the first day we went out for a walk. We were playing a game while walking. We were trying to find some litter so that we could take a picture, a video, and talk about how dirty this city is. We were not successful that first day, okay? Litter is not a thing here. There aren't even any do not litter signs. It just isn't here. I find it sad that we in America can't live in a clean environment. What is it with us? You know, what is it? The law is enforced here, big time. Everything is regulated. I mean, you even have to have a bicycle card. So every bike is registered. Every bicycle owner is registered. Okay? Both Rowley and I have to have a residence card. I finally got Rowley's passport. Yes, he had to have a passport. I don't have to put a picture in his passport, but I will. And I had to have, and I have to carry his ID card with me at all times when I'm walking him or whatever. He's got a card with his chip number on it, my address, everything on it, you know. Okay. So that if he gets lost or something, you know, they know exactly where to find me. Everything is registered at the police database. Yes. And that's just the police department database. They can keep track of whether or not he's had all his shots, he's in good health, or he's not, or what, you know. And believe me, they enforce the law here. Everything is enforced here. And that kind of sort of creates a certain feeling of safety. Now, I know there are pickpockets and there are thieves and there are, you know, it's other assorted goodies like that, because that's everywhere, especially in the city, and especially in a city that's one of the richest in the world, you know. But I was born in New York City and lived alone in the Mojave Desert for about a year. So I've got a certain amount of awareness built in, you know. But I feel somewhat comfortable in this city. Well, I felt comfortable in New Jersey too, Jersey City where I was at. And I find that amazing. Me, who doesn't like people all around me, you know, the fewer the people, the better. So it's really nice here in that I'm not surrounded by a whole lot of people. I'm in a residential area and it's very quiet here. This city is beautiful. There are flowers everywhere. And one of the biggest things I found that really wonderful, I mean, it's crazy, but it's wonderful, is the speed bumps, you know? I know in New York City they call them speed bumps. Out in Nevada they call them, no, in New York City they call them speed humps. In Nevada they call them speed bumps, you know? But you know what they are. They're the things that's supposed to make you slow down, right, to 5 miles an hour or 20 miles or whatever. And they're for in residential neighborhoods mostly. They have, and I'm not even sure what they call these things. They call bump outs. They're like, I'll have to show you a picture. On these bump outs, there are flower pots, totally maintained by the city. So some of them have roses, some of them have tulips, you know, whatever, hanging vines, you know, all kinds of things. So it's just wonderful blooms everywhere, you know. The sidewalk is sloped on one side so that if you go through a speed bump, only one car can go through a speed bump out at a time. So cars pull over. In order to pull over, because the street is only one car wide, they have sloping sidewalks so that the cars can go up onto the sidewalk, wait for the other car to pass, and then drive through. You know, everybody's very mannerly here. Okay. I don't know if you noticed, but this sidewalk is white. And that sidewalk over there is gray. It's hard to see. Let me walk over there. You notice that has a little slope. This one is a regular sidewalk. This sidewalk is gray. This sidewalk is for people to walk on. That over there is a passing sidewalk. So that if a car needs to pass another one on this very narrow street, then they can ride up on that sidewalk over here. Well, the people walk over here. And as a result, of course, you're forced to slow down. So, meanwhile, we've been walking a lot. I mean, miles a lot. 3, 4, 5, 6 miles at a time, My feet are here. So, I've been finding things. Instead of having fences, they have hedges. It still gives the impression of being corralled, I guess. This is part of my neighborhood within walking distance. And the city supplies plastic bags, so you can pick up your dog poop with the garbage can right next to it. Otherwise, there's no real garbage cans around. Kind of. Garbage is separated big time here. They are firm believers in recycling. Geneva is one of the most expensive cities in the world. Taxes are really high here, but their taxes work. It's not a matter of somebody somewhere making a new law and collecting taxes and you never see the results of it. And in fact, they have public bathrooms. You have to pay to go into the public bathrooms. And from what I understand, it used to be 2 francs, which is equivalent to $2, to use the public bathroom, which is spotless. But since they were making a profit, they reduced it to $1.50. Have you ever heard of such a thing in America? These taxes work, right? There's no such thing as a pothole. I mean, they have parking spaces specifically for not only cars, but bicycles. They have an indoor parking spaces for bicycles, for scooters, motorcycles, designated parking everywhere. There's no such thing as potholes. If a motorcycle or bicycle hit a pothole, there'd be death, there'd be problems. So there is, they're paying high taxes, but you see the results of your taxes. The trains, the buses, the trams, they even have electric trams. Are really on time. They are on time. If they are not on time, you get an email notice or a text message telling you how many minutes this train or this bus or this tram is late, you know, with an apology. I mean, really on time. You don't go into work and say, my bus was late, you know. You just don't. The insides are clean and nice to be in, really nice to be in. They've dedicated parking space inside of a bus, can you believe? As well as the trains and the trams, for bicycles or baby carriages, so that you could put it there, secure it there, be safe, go sit down, or lean up against. They have these lean spots that you can lean up. They're padded. It's just amazing. In these leaning stations, they also have, well, the seats on some of the trains. They have padded seats, so when you go in, you can pull the seat down and sit on it. But if the train is crowded and whatever, the seats, when you stand up, pop back up, and they have padding on the back so that you can lean against them and be comfortable and hold on to a pole or something of the sort. Really, really, somebody was thinking. Somebody seriously was thinking. I got on the bus yesterday, and I had 3 people offer me their seat. I can't say that ever happens in New York. Manners are seriously rampant here, you know. Actually, in every single conveyance I've been on, I think it's because I've been using my cane, I've been offered a seat. I mean, by young and old. These people jump up. I mean, seriously jump up to give you the seat. And when you say no, they kind of look at the seat and, you know, should I sit down? You know, it's amazing. So we're enjoying it here, Rowley and I, and my daughters, and her friend who came with us. And sitting out here in the backyard, listening to various birds. Rowley is loving it outside and soaking in the sun most of the time. It does rain here, as you can tell, because there's a lot of green. It's kind of like the rain in Florida, you know, where it rains part of the day and then the rest of the day is just gorgeous. Not necessarily a heavy rain. I can't say that I've gotten soaked yet, you know. Probably why it's so green. I've got to say, though, as far as cities go, even countries, this is a really nice place to live. Although I do miss the solitude and the beauty of the desert. The Rowley Report. I don't have enough seed beads and I don't have enough silver caps.
I don't have anything.
As I said, Rowley loves the garden. He's still chasing the cats. My daughter has 2 cats. They are not liking each other. He has not gotten scratched on the nose yet, but I suspect soon, you know. He's still barking somewhat. Not as much as he was, but he still barks too much, you know. He's subsided due to a calming collar. Yeah. Where's the collar? The vet recommended a collar with pheromones to calm him down. As soon as we put it on his neck, he stopped barking. And now he's still barking, but not nearly as much and not nearly as long. It's just amazing. Everybody in the house said, I'll be a witness. You know, this stuff works. If I can find the box again and the label, I will put it in the notes. I don't know if you can get it in America or not, but this stuff works, okay? He'll be seeing a dog psychiatrist, a dog whisperer soon, and we'll be attending school soon. So, his behavior is he's becoming a really cool dog, you know? Really cool. I don't have to correct him as much, you know, but that's the way it goes. Anyway, so please subscribe and share my videos, our videos, and also please click the like icon and the notification bell. And if you would, leave a comment. And thanks for watching. And if you have any questions about Switzerland, what I've seen of it so far, Geneva, give me a holler, make a comment, okay? And thank you. Take care of you, of yours, and blessed be.